Conline is brought to you by the following sponsors: OasisComics.com, the home for J. Lee exclusive variants; ScottsCollectibles.co.uk, home for Alan Quah, Kel New, and many of the industry's top creators; ClanMcDonaldComics.com, the official CBCS facilitator for Comic Conline; AlphaOmegaCertification.com, the official CGC facilitator of Comic Conline; ArtGermCollectibles.com, the only place to find exclusives for Artgerm, DCWJ, Kunkka, and Ejikure; JJ'sComicArt.com, the home for all things Doug Mankey and some amazing original art deals.
All right, guys, we are back for our final spot of the evening. And what a spot, because it's the guy that did this cover for the recount #1. You can find that at ComicConline.com. You can get it graded.
Two C's in the middle.
Yeah. Spell it out, ComicConline.com. And you can get it signed by Alan. You can get it signed by Jonathan Hedrick, the writer of the book. Graded CGC, CBCS. You can get it raw. However you want to get it, those options are available.
Not this copy, though, because it has my fingerprints on it.
No. Miniature copy. So, it's actually a mock-up copy, so I don't think that the actual copies will have the same interior pages, like as far as the interior page quality.
Okay, they're all blank, yeah. Sorry.
No, I think it's going to be printed different interior paper, I think is what James said. So anyways, so with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring up Alan Quah. Alan.
Hey, guys. Hey, Corey.
That's a really nice looking character there on your table.
Who's that?
Or something like that, maybe.
How dare you, sir? I love this. Like, you're gonna sit here. I'm gonna get to watch him draw cable, and I'm not gonna get to buy it.
I'll buy it for you.
So this is awesome. We'll go ahead and we'll start with some comments here. We have Dominic says AO. Albert says, what does he say? Hella dope Quah. Hella dope cover. I'm sorry. And then Danny says, hello, Mr. Quah.
David Byrne has a good one.
Alan pandering to Corey. Dude, I've actually been talking to Alan for a long time about getting a cable commission, or a Mr. Sinister, or something in the cable family.
And he's going to auction your commission off today.
I know, right? And that's okay. I'm happy he did a cover for us, so I think I can live.
You can always get one from me on your own free time. You know where to find me.
I do. I like to wait to conventions so that I have the I have that piece that I remember. All right, I got this piece from this convention, and I have all those memories tied to it. It's not just reaching out to a creator and getting one. I like having nostalgia attached to everything I do, because it's never going to be sold. So I like to be able to look at it and remember things. Okay, like with say Inhyuk, I got the cable from him at New York, and I attached that to all the memories that we had there. And with Marco Cicchetto and with Art Germ when he gave me the one, and even Brent Peoples, all of the creators. I like having those memories tied to my commissions.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I know exactly what you mean. Just a quick shout out to everyone who is watching right now. I see a lot of familiar names. Most of them are now my friends. Thank you for coming in, guys. Thank you for watching. And at my side here is my wife, Lavinia. Lavinia is watching me draw today. So yeah, say hi to her too, guys.
How are you doing? Also, shout out to Scott's Collectibles, who represents Alan in all of his comic art dealings, and we are very happy to work with Alan, or not Alan, but Alan and Scott's Collectibles as often as we can. Scott's Collectibles, great people. Alan, you are a phenomenal person. It's always fun to have you on.
I'm always happy to be back, guys.
Let's see. We got Ching Sing Yin says, "Good morning, Alan Quah." Let's see. Brian says, "Hi, Alan."
Hello, everyone.
So, Alan, Cable, what's your? Because I know you read comics. So, have you read any Cable books, or are you more of a movie experience with Cable?
Yeah, I do. I do collect some of the Cable comics from the early time when John Romita Jr. was drawing him. I love the series that John Romita did on him. It has quite a strong influence on how I perceive Cable.
The
So
Blood and Metal series.
did we lost audio? Can
No.
you guys hear me?
The Blood and Metal series that John Romita Jr. the 2-issue mini, the first little run that he did.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yeah.
So today I am attempting to draw I think this is probably my first Cable. So I'm attempting to draw Cable today. And the pose is loosely based on the promo poster that shows Josh Brolin holding this large, chunky gun, right? So it's loosely based on that, adding in my own interpretation and my own version of the gun with all the other accessories on his body. So to make things easier for us to chat while I draw, I have basically outlined the drawing. So also at the same time, might as well just share with you guys how is my process. So basically, this is how I normally approach a design. Just do a rough idea on how I want to place the character, pose him in the way that I like, right? And after that is done, I will transfer it onto a board and do the final detail. So it will end up to be something like this. Okay, so it's halfway done now. So I guess what I'll do is I will continue finishing this up while we chat. Is that cool?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, man. So I do want to go ahead and start that. Say that anybody that wants to at the end of this purchase this piece and then gift it to me, we will be free.
Yeah. I hope somebody will hear you and purchase this and give this to you.
Yeah, I doubt it because it's going to be awesome at the end of it. I know it is, and there's nobody that's in their right mind going to give this piece up. So yeah, we'll. This is going to be fun. It's going to be the most wonderful and painful thing I think I've ever watched. I get to see Alan draw a Cable, and I have no shot at picking it up.
I'm enjoying this like 100%.
He is.
Guys, can we do a sound check?
A sound check?
Yeah, is there an echo or something?
No.
Is everything fine?
Yeah, we hear you just fine.
Okay. So let me start, guys, while we talk. Okay.
All right. So, man, that is a very massive gun. I do like in the movie when they had his gun, it was almost the buttstock of a Tommy gun. Some sort of Thompson rifle. See, Daniel says, Corey, no people, we can trade for something. We'll talk trades, Daniel. If you win this, we'll talk trades. I will trade some. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely a mashup of a bunch of guns. I mean, a bunch of different pieces that were kind of put together to make one very large angry gun.
Yeah, I guess the fun thing about drawing, characters like this with futuristic guns is you can mash things up, right? It does not have to be on point with the actual guns, right? So the fun part is understanding how a real actual gun looks like, and then you just expand from there. So that is the most enjoyable part about drawing make-believe guns, I guess.
I do like to have what looks to be like a master key on the bottom there, also known as a grenade launcher.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you. You know your guns better than me.
For a while before I did comics, I actually used to buy guns and refinish them and resell them. Spruce them up a little bit, make them give them a lot of curb appeal. The slide shiny, put some new grips on them, add some pieces here or there, new sights, new trigger. It was fun while it lasted, but I think I like what I do now a little bit more.
So in doing this piece, at what point did you decide that he had enough weapons?
At what point did I decide that if he have
that he finally had a sufficient amount of weapons on him?
Oh, until I ran out of space to draw.
Good answer, sir.
Yeah. I wanted to add as many pouches as possible, but I couldn't. I don't have enough space anymore.
You draw pouches on pouches. Pouches.
Yeah. For some reason, right? It kind of worked to have pouches on Cable.
It did. A very tactical style character. There's some that, that in the 90s and whatnot, when they had pouches, it really, why do you have a pouch? What are you keeping there? Your ibuprofen? I mean, what?
Yeah. Right. So right now when we draw pouches, it feels like you have to have a reason for it to be there, right? So that is sort of like the understanding, or rather the expectation. Every time when we draw this kind of mercenary characters, right? And especially when we have to draw all these extra pouches, for somehow you need to make sure that they actually have a purpose. So there's always a fun part, when drawing characters like this. You get to design a purpose for every aspect of on the body, the elements on the body.
I like that he didn't use the scimitar. That's a deep cut there. A lot of people won't know what a scimitar is, but in the first Cable series, Volume 1, he did away with the guns and used a psionic
stick.
Yeah,
it was a stick.
It was a stick with a blade. It was a scimitar, what they called it.
Is that what you call that? Thank
What's
you.
that?
That's what you call it. Now I learned something new again today.
Yep, it's the scimitar. I don't know why. Now this is just before the end of the Cable Volume 1, because the Cable Volume 1 ran all the way until the whole 9/11 thing happened, and then they canceled Cable and picked it back up with something called Soldier X, which was I don't mean any offense to any of the creators that were a part of it, but it wasn't it wasn't very good. In my personal opinion, I think the creators that worked on it have all done great things prior to, but I think that series was just a bit of a miss. And after that,
well, I think we are definitely living in strange times now. A character with weapons like this, right? It has to sort of like toned down sometimes, with time, right? If with situations, you know, at certain periods, when it is too sensitive, it is just not appropriate to, to draw elements like this, So there was also a cover that I did recently that we need to edit, to avoid drawing guns, those are the kind of situations right now that that we are living in. Mm.
I think they kind of toned down his guns too in the first issue of Volume 4, where they, it all tied into the X of Swords thing, but he kind of did away with his guns and he started carrying around the sword because it had this psionic ability. The first thing I thought was the scimitar. I mean, that is where my head went. But it was a cool sword at least, and it kind of made sense with the story, so I was willing to be on board with it. I am a fanboy for Cable. I really am. I'm as bad as any Batman fanboy is for Batman. I love my character, and and it's not even my character. I lay claim to something that's not even mine. And most fans do.
Yeah. Fun fact. One fun fact I want to share with you guys. Do you remember my cover for Nightwing issue 73?
Greg does.
Yeah, I think Greg will remember. The cover of Nightwing in a back alley. He was facing off a bunch of hooligans.
Okay.
Holding sticks and knuckle busters and stuff like that. So the original art of that cover, when I did it, they were actually all holding guns, pistols. But because of current event, we have to change it to something less lethal.
Yeah.
Now, so Nightwing 75 will be coming up this coming Tuesday. So that'll be, you started with 68, so it's, 7 issues on the run so far. What's it been like to have a run like this on an ongoing series?
Well, I am very thankful, to be given the opportunity to draw 10 covers on that series, So it was an amazing experience, creating a series of covers that I can, proudly share to my grandchildren next time. Granddad did this, So yeah, bucket list check. But yeah, definitely, it has been a fun ride. I get to create a concept, of how I want to interpret Nightwing, and from 3 different costume to him, going back to his original design. It was really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Very grateful to Eddie Choi, for giving me that opportunity.
Do you run into any challenges having a run that long to where you're at issue 8 and you're like, crap, what do I do now? Donate so far. Has that happened at all?
Initially there wasn't really a plan, because I wasn't expecting myself to be on that on that run for that many covers. Initially I thought that I'm going to be doing 1 cover, and then after that Eddie told me, do 2 more, and then 2 more, and then it just continue going, so that said, there wasn't much of an opportunity for me to plan ahead, but in my mind is that the challenge is really to how can I make the cover look different from the one that I've done previously. And if I were to put them together, can I tell a little story with them? So that was my ambition, when I realized that, my boss is still continuing giving me the cover to do, right? So the plan was to try to tell a mini story, with all the covers that I've done.
To answer your question, Paul, no, this is not mine, unfortunately. This will be up for auction at the end of the show, or at the end of this hour, rather. No, Anna, I have removed myself from having the ability to buy this. However, if someone wants to buy it and knows some of the stuff I have in my collection, I am willing to trade for it. Just saying.
One other thing, Alan, we've seen you do with some of your exclusives is the front back covers where I think it was the Sumerian where you had the back cover was his back. So you're doing the double-sided covers. What brought that on?
That's for the last Ronin, TMNT, the last Ronin.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a front and back concept for that series for my retailer friends at Josa Collectibles and Wicked Gator Comics. So that was the first time I worked with them, and I wanted to do something special for them, So I came up with the idea of a front and back concept where I will draw a cover of the Ronin, and then I will replicate that by showing his back, So after that, I think when the book came out, it was sold out quite fast, and they wanted to continue with it, after that, I was given the opportunity to continue drawing the entire series together with Bulletproof Comics. So right now I've done issue 2, and going to be starting work on issue 3 of The Last Ronin. Same concept. It's going to be front and back throughout the entire series, all 5 issues.
Oh yeah.
We should start a crowdfunding page to buy it for Corey.
Somebody needs to get Belle on here to outbid everybody. She's a big cable fan.
Is she?
Maybe she got the Patrick Gleason.
That's right. Yeah.
Real quick, while Alan's doing that, we have the recount number 1 on the website. It is the Alan Quah cover here, and if you get this, you win a chance. You get a chance at getting the original art for the cover, which Alan was very gracious enough to.
Yeah, that was. I was pretty floored when he said that.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to respond. I don't think thank you quite covers it. So I mean, I'm just prayer hands for days.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, baby. That is awesome. How many copies of Alan's cover of the recount have sold so far? We're about halfway through, Jonathan. So right at about 100, 125, somewhere in there. So it, yeah. So it I mean, it'll sell out for the weekend, I'm sure.
When will we choose a winner?
I have once all copies are sold. When the final copy goes, we'll tomorrow it's open order. If you guys want to order more, you're more than welcome. We'll pull the 2 limit just to give everybody a chance. See, my wife said, "What the fuck happened to the Joker?" Well, read the book, and it is a good book. It really is. By the way, Alan, I was able to get you the copies that the ash can that you wanted.
Nice, thank you.
Guys, Alan he's not only a comic artist, but he is an actual collector. If you guys haven't seen his bookshelf, it is incredible. It looks like alter egos. his personal bookshelf looks like a storage bookshelf. It is insane.
Now, have you hit the part of collecting yet where you're like, holy crap, I have too much stuff. What am I getting rid of?
Yeah, Lavinia is always reminding me that we don't have enough space. So yeah, I got to tone down on my collection.
It's tough. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of books that I have no like real use for, so I won't really ever pick through them again. But they're sitting in my closet. I've got like 10 short boxes in my closet that I mean they're just sitting there, and I won't. I don't know. I can't bring myself to do anything with them though, because I'm afraid they're all going to be worth money at some point. I mean, clearly most of them are from the '90s, so that's not going to happen. But I mean, it's a lot of them too. Is a labor of love because a lot of them are cable books. I love the completionist aspect of collecting, and like I went on a hunt to where I own every book Cable's ever appeared in.
Mm-hmm.
And
you never know. You never
do.
know whether a book will become a hit or not one day, right? So even a $1 book right now can become something.
Yeah, and then I won't sell it because it'll be worth something.
Yeah. That's what I tell my wife too.
See how I get by that is I'll put it on eBay for a really expensive price so that it won't sell, but I'll be like, look, I'm trying to sell it, so it's completely all right.
Yeah. Look, it's up for sale. It's not my fault. Nobody's buying it.
That's not going to work anymore now that I've crap.
Yeah. And now that your days when the into comics.
She doesn't care. Yeah, she's cool with that.
Yeah, well,
she encourages more purchases.
You might be in trouble then.
So the fun part about being a comic artist is that you're friends with all the retailers. Sometimes you get to have first dibs, on some of the hot covers.
I forget what book it was, but there was a book where you were going after something and it ended up sold out. And what was it? Was it?
I drew after something.
Oh, it was Hell Arisen. That's what it was. And like you couldn't get one for nothing. And I was going to send you one of our copies for free, but and that's one of the things that's cool about it. A book that shot up to like $30 instantly. Retailers, that are friends with artists, they just send it to them. It doesn't. A lot the friendship's important than the value of the book. You know what I mean? So, and everybody knows you actually read the books as a not just a collector for value.
Mm-hmm. I have a lot of dear friends. Every time when they hear that, hey, Alan is looking for this book, and then I have a message or a couple of messages, from you guys telling me, hey, I have one. I'm sending one to you. That's awesome. I have a lot of wonderful friends. Yeah, taking good care of me.
Dominic says, Alan, you make it look so effortless.
Thank you, Dominic. Thank you for coming in. Well, I've always said that drawing is really an act of repeating, right? So I'm just repeating what I've been doing, all these years. And
I'm not a cable fan, but I'm in awe of this.
Oh, I'm with you. I mean, I love cable because he loves cable, but yeah, this is amazing, though.
It is.
I'm gonna buy it for him.
Thanks, guys.
I'm not enough to buy this. I think it's gonna go for a good little small fortune. I mean, the way that the ink wash works with the guns and just the overall tone of the character itself is awesome. Somebody's gonna be lucky. I'm gonna be very jealous of whoever it is, and I'm gonna hound you for the next 10 years. Sell it or trade. Probably trade.
I can always draw another one. Don't worry.
Can't draw a first cable ever again.
That's true.
So Alan, so have you been? So you did the glow in the dark ink before earlier in the year, and has there been anything new, either like technique wise or any kind of new product you've been like toying with and trying to master since you've mastered the glow in the darks?
Well, there are other special effects ink that I'm using right now. The recent one is this the what they call it, the invisible ink. It actually lights up when you shine UV light on it.
Yeah.
So that is one of the gimmicks that I just acquired, and it's quite fun actually. So it's easier to control, much more easier to control than glow in the dark ink, and I like using that too now. So, and apart from that, I am also dabbling with digital coloring. So that is something that I want to explore later down the road.
Now, about a week ago, you had a cover released for for pre-order for Crossover, which I mean, just mad amount of characters on there, and you called it your Where's Waldo book. Did you put Waldo in there? Because I spent like 5 minutes looking for Waldo and I did not find him. But
yeah. Well, no, that's just me trying to be funny, because it feels like a Where's Waldo artwork, where I just throw in everything in there. Every millimeter is filled with a character or something.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, thanks to Scorpion Comics, Sean McLaughlin, for giving me the opportunity to draw that book. When we started on that, I have very little knowledge about this title until I read that it is written by Tony Cates, and it looks like it's going to be huge. So when we was thinking of the concept, I really wanted to do something maybe different from what would be expected, from the cover. So I figured I wanted to try to throw in as many elements as I possibly can in there, without getting us in trouble. So most of the characters in there looks like someone that you can recognize, but yet it is not.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a great cover. So Anna also trying to find Waldo. So I'm not the only person, thank God, because I would have felt silly.
No, chances are Waldo is not in there. But this cover is special in a sense that when I was about to start work on this cover, I received a very bad news. A very old friend of mine passed away, and he was the person who gave me my first opportunity to get published as a young artist, back then. And we have known each other for many years, and he passed away, when I was doing this. So, yeah. And I wanted to really, pay my respect to him, and I incorporated him in the comic cover as well. He's somewhere in the crowd. So yeah, shout out to Daniel Chan, my mentor. May he rest in peace. So.
Do you think Cable could lift the gun with the non-cybernetic arm? Or or is it just?
Well, I mean, he is that is a non-cybernetic
Okay,
arm.
so he is strong enough to do that.
And it's like so in the movie they showed the arm as being cybernetic. His arm's not actually cybernetic; it's techno-organic, so it's actually living material. It just in the movie they get it. I don't know. They change it up from time to time. They make it like an actual piece of machinery sometimes, and then other times it's what it's supposed to be, which is a living piece of technology that is. Like he actually keeps it in check and actually keeps it formed as an arm with his telekinesis. So between that and everything else, the only reason he's able to actually have a current human form is because of his telekinesis.
Okay.
Mm.
So he's like flexing a muscle at all times to keep his body as one piece and not just like this giant, I don't know, like mess of almost phalanx. I mean, it's.
Would he wear would he wear cargo shorts for extra pockets?
He should.
Okay, just making sure.
I mean, I would if I was Cable. I mean, I wear cargo shorts anyways. I'm a over 35-year-old dad. That's kind of a thing for us. So cargo shorts are very vital to a parent.
I missed out on that one.
You still wear cargo shorts?
I don't know any cargo shorts.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm not a dad
I mean,
yet. I don't know.
flexing a muscle. That's a great way of thinking about it. Yeah. So it's Corey's thoughts on Teen Cable. Paul, I actually spoke with the writer about Cable. At first, I was very anti-Kid Cable. I was bothered by it because it felt like a push to younger the character, but that's not what it was about at all. If you follow Cable and his Marvel history, you'll know that there's a 10-year gap between the Ascani son and what we prior to that run. What was the name of that? Extinction.
Mm.
There's a 10-year gap in his life between Ascani son and Extinction. So this Kid Cable, all they're doing now is filling in that gap.
Mm.
That's like a new color black.
And that's the way Ed Breeson described it. Anyways, he just wanted to get that gap filled, and that way we had a full history of what Cable is. And I appreciated it a lot more because it adds less question to the character. But at the same time, it also takes away some of the mystique of what happened during that point in his life to turn him from what he was to what he is. We get to find out, I guess.
Yep, you're definitely the Cable fan.
It's cargo short pockets are basically pouches. They are. I love my pouches, sir. Unfortunately, even my bag. This is my travel bag, guys. So this is the bag that I take. Number one, this is back and forth from the office. This is also my carry-on bag for flights when we go to conventions. It's the Oakley kitchen sink. This thing has pouches and spots for more pouches. It's got Molly strap, so I can actually add pouches to it. Got little spots for the carabiner clips. So I can add more pouches. I've got pouches inside pouches. Do it. Probably. I think so. Yeah, my mouse is. Is it moving the mouse cursor? Yep, my mouse is in the top. I didn't turn it off. So yeah, I like pouches. I think I'm predisposed to liking pouches, though. Maybe I was predisposed to liking Cable because of my love of pouches. Which came first, the love of Cable or the love of pouches? Let's see. Cable was a character I think people like me who started in the early 90s gravitated to in the early X-Force days because he had that badass look and the mystery behind his history. I agree, Ari. I mean,
he was too hairy for me.
I mean, he had the clone Strife. I mean, that was cool.
I was a Strife person.
I like Strife. He's one of my favorite villains. Him and Sinister are my two favorite villains. Strife has a lot of chrome on him, though, dude. That is a lot of chrome. So much chrome. If pouches are good enough for Batman, they're good enough for Cable.
Nightwing didn't need pouches.
Nightwing.
I don't know where he shows. I don't know where he hides his
batons.
They're on his back, but the wingdings.
Wingdings. Oh my god. They need to change it. They really do.
The little those little like batarang looking things that Nightwing throws, they're called wingdings.
Okay.
Yeah. They shouldn't be called wingdings. They need to change the name of those. Oh man.
That black background is just impressive. Like, holy crap, it makes everything pop so much more.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, he's just colored on and off.
But he's just filling in. If he's filling in the background, it's like it makes it that much cooler. I always like the brushes that Alan uses because they look so, I guess, they don't from someone who doesn't use brushes, they look basic. You know what I mean? It's just a stick of wood and bristles. Clearly, they're not though. I mean, number one, Alan would use just like Crayola bristles, but it's
not about the tool; it's about the person using it.
I mean, I could agree to that to some extent, but the person using it will use the correct tool for the job. I think most of the time, if the tool's there.
It's actually my cheap brush,
Yeah, that was Crayola one.
But I love using this brush, because I understand it so well. So I've been using it on everything. So
now, have you tried the more expensive brushes? Or is it just not something that you are accustomed to?
no, I mean the expensive brushes are great, I mean for obvious reasons, that's why they are so expensively, right? But to me this works just as fine, it is actually quite thick, right? I can do a lot of stuff with it, and I can also do a lot of tiny lines with it, So it's all about a case of holding my breath, on all the specific points, and I'm drawing it, So yeah, this is the brush that I use religiously, on everything.
Now, have you stockpiled up on that particular brush? Do you have like 100 of them sitting in the closet?
This one, I've been using it since 2014, so I think it can last quite a while.
Yeah.
6 years into that.
Mm-hmm.
That is a great brush.
Now, when that brush is done, will you retire that brush? Will you frame that brush? Will you bronze that brush?
The brush, all my old brushes are still with me. I never throw them away. They are like my friend, So they will be with me all the way.
I like that. Mark Strong says, "What's up, Alan?"
Hey, Mark. How's it going, bro?
Ridwan Huang.
Ridwan is from Indonesia. Hi, Ridwan. Apa khabar? Apa khabar means how are you in Bahasa Indonesia.
That brush is actually a splinter from a wizard's wand. I like that.
The brush chooses you.
Yep. That is beautiful.
So yeah, we are almost done here.
Also want to get some of that glow in the dark ink and put it on that eye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll do that offsite.
The UV charged. Elder
at
one.
the UV glow offsite when this is dried up properly.
So we're about a year past New York Comic Con. Got to see a bunch of the memories from last year from everybody that attended. And that's kind of like, at least here, that's really like the closing con of the year, at least in the States.
Baltimore, I think, is the week after or something. But it for most people, that is the last con.
Yeah. So that the year kind of ends there. So do you feel like you had a pretty? I mean, outside of not hitting conventions, what was your cycle pretty good this year as far as everything you got to do?
What was the last? The question is, what was the last?
Despite not having conventions, do you feel like you still had a very successful year, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, this has definitely been a really, really strange year. I think many of us will agree that or know that some of our friends went through some rough patch, right? During this COVID situation, but interestingly enough, what I noticed is that the comic industry seemed to excel, in some ways. I see a lot of retailers are doing really well with their with their store variants and stuff like that, right? So I think economically, many did okay, despite the circumstances. For me personally, I had a lot of opportunities to work on covers, with all these retailer friends of mine. So I'm thankful with all the opportunities, obviously. But I think most importantly is I always stress that the friendship. I made a lot of new friends this year. In people in the industry. I think that is more important for me. Yeah, I think that I would take that as the positive. For this year. Getting to know all the industry people. Me becoming part of them, as their peers, and also as their friends, working with them together on projects, and watching them do well, in sales and whatnot, right? And for myself personally, is I have more time to be at home, to be with my family, and to explore new mediums. This is the year where I took a leap of faith in using my inking style, on my work. Because prior to this, last year, I was still, doing pencils, going direct to colors with my pencils. I don't have the guts to, use my ink style on my covers, So this year, I've sort of like, took a leap of faith in going ahead with inking my own work. And I'm quite happy, that it seems to bear some fruit. I think many of my fans seems to like the inking style more. So I'm very happy with that.
That's one of the things. I've grown so accustomed to seeing your ink that I almost forgot that how. I mean, your pencils. I mean, and when you said that, I'm like, wow, he did pencils. That's right. Holy shit, he did pencils.
Yeah.
Wow, I remember his pencils. I'm falling down that rabbit hole in my head. Just remember, like the Swamp Thing and the other stuff that you've done that just floored me when I saw them. And you progress so much with other mediums that I get stuck on the medium you're on, and I almost forget that until you say something. And man, I got to go back and look at some of those now because they were awesome.
Thank you. I think this is what drive us, as artists, right? Not staying stagnant. I think that is the logical thing to do. I mean, if anybody, any artist, any creator who want to stay relevant in the industry, right? You just have to keep learning, right? So this is what I'm doing. Always trying to learn new tricks if I can, right? So hopefully next year, when I join you guys again, I will have something new again to share, right?
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
Please don't do a Nightwing live and tease me like you've teased Corey.
I would like to see, because one of the things I enjoy the most, I love all of Stan's work, but I really thoroughly enjoy his charcoals because of the way they bring his pieces life. You know what I mean? I'd like to see you in charcoals or possibly even watercolors, without the ink wash so much as just doing watercolors to see where you land on that. I know it would be phenomenal. I just want to see, and maybe it's just because I don't have the ability to actually imagine that as what it would be. But I'd love to see that. I really would.
He would do something crazy I've never seen before.
He would, and he'd pick up his own Ellen Quah gimmick and add it to it, and like the UV ink. I mean,
it'd be gorgeous.
It would.
Yeah, I would love that too. And I'm also a big fan of Stan's charcoal style. It's amazing. So many things to learn from.
Look at that flare. Look at it. Look at it. Got the smoke rolling out. Man, that is awesome. Put the white on his finger and he's going through it. That is awesome.
Almost there.
No, guys, I'm not gonna buy this. I refuse to buy it. It's kind of going into it's not right. This is for fans. If I want something, I can pretty well get it at just about any time I want it. You know what I mean? I won't. I will get. I like to wait till actual physical cons to get my certain things because all of my stuff has a sentimental value attached to it. Everything has sentimental value attached to it because I can look at that piece and I can remind myself, okay, so here's where I was when I got this. I was sitting here when I asked the creator to do this. I was standing by my buddy James Dawson. Greg was standing right there next to me, and he was talking to this guy about this, that, or the other. We went out to dinner that night and did this, and I get all these memories from that one piece, and that's one of the things I like. Now I've bought stuff from other Comic-Con lines, and I have those memories here. Greg sitting next to me. JJ's first show actually being on air. The first time we had this creator on, I got my John Romita Jr. piece. Cable is the first one I've owned. I'll never have an opportunity to get anything from John Romita Jr. again. It's I don't know. That's just me.
Man's using toothbrush and art right now. Come on,
dude. He was using his finger to apply stuff a minute ago. It's fuck me, man. This is awesome.
You want it.
Everybody knows I want it.
He was trying to act like
I want it. I want it so bad. But it's gotta let fans buy stuff, man. Are the Twitch comments showing? Yes, they are. The Twitch comments are showing. Just to give you guys a hint, the Twitch comments definitely come through first when you're bidding on stuff. And this is going to be available for auction. We actually have 3 minutes left on this, on Alan's hour. So we'll wait until he's completely finished, and then we'll put, say, 3 minutes on it. And then Greg's going to be the timer guy here. And we will, while the auction's going, Greg and I will talk with Alan for a little bit. Golly, look at that. That is just gorgeous.
Okay, we are done.
God. All right. So are you ready to go, Alan, with this?
Yeah, bro, let's go.
All right, guys, we're going to start this at $100. Somebody's going to be so lucky. God, you're going to be lucky. And go. Yeah. All right. So once we get down, the timer hits 0, we are going to say whoever shows up on our screen as the winner is who it's going to be. Oh, Anika got it. She's in. She's ready to go. I knew she'd be here. All right. So Anika with the 100. Nelson coming in with 100, but he's a little bit late. Dominic. All right. So Anika on Twitch has 100. She is the current leader with 100. Rainer Martin with 150. Dominic at 200. My man. Anna. Woo! Get it.
Whoa, Anna. Anna.
350 from Dominique. So we're at $350 from Dominique.
Nelson at nope. Dominic 350. Dominic at 350. Oh man, this is like the tension. I'm just like looking at who's going to win and knowing it's not going to be me. And God, I'm selfish.
Gosh, Nelson.
375. Man, that piece is awesome. Holy cow. Wow, 425, heavy hitter. Swinging for the fences. Rainer Martin at 425. He's like, nope, not giving you guys a chance to win. I'm just going to go ahead and here. There you go.
We're sitting at a little over a minute left, minute 20.
Yeah, Facebook is killing it with these prices. Yes, they are.
Still waiting for Alfredo to jump in here.
I am too, or Albert. What do we got here? We are at right at 1 minute now.
1 minute, 1 second.
All right. All right. So 1 minute left, guys. We're at 425. Waiting for the change. I don't know what that means.
I think it's like 425.01 or something like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Wait, the Ryan Kincaid thing where they all go in pennies and stuff. Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Oh, man. Let's see. We are, man, he's adding details. Even after the signature, he's in there adding stuff. Oh, man. Guys, this is always fun. I love watching Alan draw. Guess I'm not winning it for Corey. Yep.
Don't be sad, Corey. I'll take care of you.
That's it. Winner is Rainer Martin at 425. Congratulations. Yeah. Sorry, Bertus, Dano, man, you didn't make it. I wish you would have. I know I would have had a chance to trade for it, but it's going to a good home. I know Rainer's going to take care of it. I know he's going to love it. It is, well done and well deserved indeed. Congratulations. God, this is awesome to look at. Alan, man, I want to thank you again for coming on and for doing the cover for the recount. Guys, if you head to www.comicconline.com, you can head there and you can pick up a copy of the recount, Alan's cover for that book. I'm gonna.
They're almost gone. We've been checking throughout the night, and
so there it is. And I'm gonna bring Alan back up so he can show the original cover art. If you buy one $19.99 copy, you will be entered. And we kept it low because we wanted everybody to have a chance to get this. We're not going to overprice our books at Comic Conline. We even kept our Marked Mike Mayhew at below $50.
It's beautiful.
So yes, this is. Let me do this. So there you go. Look at it. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you full screen here.
So I hope you guys will have a good chance to win this original art. And who was the winner again for this sketch? Winner?
Rainer C. Martin was the name.
Rainer C. Martin. Thank you very much, and thank you everyone. For playing and trying to bid for this art. And to those of you who didn't get it, you know where to find me. I will always be happy to draw for everyone, as long as you guys can wait. For as long as it takes, right? I will draw for everyone.
Says my 1-year-old hit my phone out of my hand. He couldn't get his 426 in time. It happens, man. We all win some and lose some, but I think everybody won here. We got to see Alan draw a beautiful cable piece. You have a chance. You can go pick up the recount to have another shot at owning some Alan Quah art.
Yeah.
Everybody wins here. Again, Alan, thank you so much for coming on. I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done. Agreeing to the cover and then offering it up, coming on and drawing this piece. I love having you on. I can't wait to have you on the next time you're available.
It's my absolute pleasure, guys. I'm thankful for you guys, for creating opportunities like this, for us to actually meet up. Even though that we are all over the world, right? And because of shows like this, shows that you guys created, it make the world so much smaller, and for us to sit down, chat, and entertain each other, pretty much. Thank you again, to everyone who participated, who came in and talked to us. I always enjoy talking to you guys. And Corey and Greg, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Alan.
Thank you. And again, we'll talk to you soon, Alan.
See you guys. Everyone, right. Take care, yeah?
Yes, sir.
We'll catch up again very soon.
All right, guys. We are going to go ahead and we are going to play the last little bit from our sponsors, and then we are going to get out of here. And we'll be back tomorrow with at noon with Doug Mankey. Yeah. All right. So after this is over, Greg and I are going to get out of here. Good night, guys. We'll.
Conline is brought to you by the following sponsors: OasisComics.com, the home for J-Lee exclusive variants; ScottsCollectibles.co.uk, home for Alan Quah, Kel New, and many of the industry's top creators; ClanMcDonaldComics.com, the official CBCS facilitator for Conline; Alpha Omega Certification.com, the official CGC facilitator of Conline; ArtGermCollectibles.com, the only place to find exclusives for Artgerm, DCWJ, Kunkka, and Ejikure; JJ'sComicArt.com, the home for all things Doug Mankey and some amazing original art deals.